Well, the preacher was preaching on being a good Samaritan, and a couple of the boys were listening about, you know, during this pandemic, there's ways we can still be a good Samaritan. And they were both chit-chatting, wearing their mask like everybody's asked to wear them, not causing any beef, and they're walking along, and they see this lady's yard, and they notice that lady's yard needs to be raked really bad. We could rake it for her. So they rake her yard, and while raking her yard, they notice that she's got a lot of pecans laying around. So they leave a note on her door. Didn't bug her because, social distancing. And left a phone number asking, hey, do you mind if we have some of them pecans? Well, she called them up and said, boys, y'all didn't have to clean my yard, but I sure appreciate it. Yes, you guys can have all the pecans you want. So in a hurry, they got on their bikes and went down with some bags and picked up a whole bunch of them pecans. Well, they were headed home, and they thought, that big old oak tree that blew down last winter, they cut it down. We could dump them pecans out on that oak tree stump there behind the church, and we could go ahead and divide them up, So they went back there and they did that. Well, old Donald Trump was coming by, and he thought, with this election coming up, with this plague on this earth, I need to pray about all this. And I need to pray for my running mate too. So he was headed up to the church to pray, and all of a sudden he could hear, one for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. Couldn't see anything. He could see the cemetery behind the church, but he couldn't see anybody. He thought, oh no. It's too late. God's done decided it's time to end this world. It's gotten too wicked. So him and Satan are dividing the souls right now. So real quick, he grabs out his cell phone and he tweets Joe Biden. Says, Mr. Biden, you better come quick. You won't believe what's going on right now behind my church. So Biden hurries up, gets up there, and they could hear, one for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. Well, during the process of all this, a couple of them pecans had rolled off that stump. And they're still listening. One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. Trump said, see, I told you, Biden. It's over. There's no point in us even trying to win this election. There's not going to be an election. They're about to divide up all the souls as we're standing right here. And all of a sudden, they heard a voice. Said, hey, what about them two nuts down there?